It's a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's like yesterday.
You two are beautiful. You two are beautiful.
It's all about, it's relative.
Yes,
exactly.
Yes. A lot like Uncle Si. Kispert open three.
How about that?
No, that guy can shoot the basketball.
And that is a good shot. Somebody watching on TV would think, hey, he's 5-6 feet behind the line, but he was on balance. He had plenty of time to gather. Why not raise up and shoot it?
You see the strength he has, though. I mean, that's right around the A.
Here's Cole. And that shot is off by Cousins. And now a foul called on Zach Norvell, who just checked into the game for GU.
Zach had an interesting line against Texas Southern the other night. 2 for 8 from the field, maybe forced a few things that last little stretch of the game, but 5 assists, did a really good job of creating for others out of pick and rolls, as well as quick advances of the ball and ball swings.
And you see it often.
Wide open underneath, number 5 is Marcus Hall, and it's 15-5.
What you see a lot often with young players, Dan, is, you know, if you come in as a shooter or scorer and that's not going for you, you don't bring a lot of value in other areas. That's, you see how mature Corey is with his game as he tees up another 3 and bakes it in. He's saying he called it. I'm not sure.
I heard him.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, I heard him.
I'm a little further away than you, so I missed it.
Cole inside. That should be Zach Ball, and it is.
You see the size for GU. Perkins 6'2", 6'3", and then you go Norvell 6'5", Kispert 6'6", so on and so forth. This is a team that's got more athleticism and length at their disposal than GU maybe has ever had.
Well,
I mean,
last year's team was big. This team, I think, may be a bit bigger. Obviously, they don't have the depth or the true interior post presence like Karnowski or Collins. But these aren't guards that played in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Norvell missing from deep. Gonzaga now 4 of 8 as a team. There's a wild shot. It's off of Norvell, out of bounds. It'll be Howard basketball. Gonzaga shooting it well early, guys.
Well, look at this. I mean, come on. You guys don't appreciate. Look at that. Standing still, loads it up, knocks down the 3. And here, I'm not sure I believe in Corey there, but hey,
I mean,
knocked it down.
He does not call
and there's
that.
a hit from Kai Tees, a redshirt freshman out of Sacramento. And speaking of a guy who never saw a shot he didn't like, right? There's a guy and he hit most of them.
Our wonderful producer Chauncey shows Adam Morrison because of the angle with which that 3 was taken from. It's shades of the Oklahoma State game in the Battle of Seattle. One of the absolute greatest scorers in college basketball history over the last 25 years. Certainly a great Zag.
Killian Tilly back in there for GU, along with Jakob Larson, number 14. Here's Norvell. Bounce pass, Hachimura. He and Cole get tied up, and they call the foul on R.J. Cole, number 2.
Now, this is an interesting lineup.
First.
Sorry, Greg. This is an interesting lineup Gonzaga has. Hachimura at the 3, Tilly and Larson as your bigs, but they're really trying to work the ball into Rui, or at the top of the keys, a high elbow, high post area, and try to compress that zone and then let him make plays. I think that's the next evolution of his game is catch, face, quick decisions.
I think Rui's been tremendous this year. His numbers don't jump out at you, but you can clearly see that he's got a much better understanding of what they're trying to do collectively, and he's playing within himself.
And then that time, Tilly hooks right into the nail. Nice little turnaround floater.
Against that 2-3 zone, get the ball at the nail, that high post area, or the short corners. It forces the zone to collapse. If they don't, you get an easy look like Tilly just got, or you kick it out to a shooter.
Williams struggling with the ball over there. Got it to Cole with 15 on the shot clock. Cole against Jakob Larson, and then Perkins comes back over. Cousins missing the jump shot.
That was just a great defensive possession there by Larson, corralling, center fielding the pick and roll with R.J. Cole, allowing the guard to get back in front.
Tilly put it on the floor. Jump hook is good.
He's got that little jump hook. The floater, it's such a unique shot. You know, it's way back in the day, and obviously one of the better players in college basketball history. But Antoine Jamison kind of had that flick of the wrist, that quick release. Tilly's got a little bit of that in his game in that painted area.
And usually you see that with guards, having a quick shot it over bigs. When a big like Tilly has it, it's devastating.
And he's still... How about that?
Well, you talked about his being consistent early in the season. This is showing you a little bit of that explosiveness that we all, myself in particular, got so excited about last year. There is a reason that young man is on projected NBA draft boards. Plays like that excites NBA scouts because they figure they can work on the fundamentals and the skills. There's very few players in college basketball that can do that.
Hachimura at the line now. And he completes the three-point play. Hachimura with 3. Gonzaga now 9 of 14 to start the game.
But what you like about that 9 for 14 from the field is the fact that there's 7 assists. Doing a great job sharing the ball.
Three-quarter court press from GU.
And there's a 10-second call.
And if you can get Rui to buy in and really give it a great effort up top on that zone press like he just did right there, that adds another look. I don't think Gonzaga really had the ability to do that last season. They will this year because of Rui there, and as well as Killian Tilly can do that at times.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that's a look you're going to see Gonzaga run for long stretches, but this is a group that can probably do that as effective as any group Mark Few's had.
Larson battling for the rebound, and he'll go to the free throw line. Gonzaga on a 7-0 run. 11:59 to play.